What's up, good people? Welcome back to another episode of Undrafted Views. We're here. We talk sports from the sidelines. And today we're going to talk about what's true and what's false in the NBA this offseason. Let's get into it.
Well, as you know, there has been a lot of movement this offseason, and I think it changed the narrative for some teams and players, don't you think?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
indeed. So I'm going to hit you with this first one. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Ben Simmons will start the 2022 season with the Philadelphia 76ers and debut his new improved jump shot the very first game. True or false?
Okay, that's two questions, but the first question is true. Yes, I do believe that Ben Simmons will begin the 2022 season with the Philadelphia 76ers. It is evident that no other team really wants him right now based on the trade package that the Sixers are probably trying to shop to other teams. So yes, I do believe he'll start the season with the Sixers. Now that jump shot, I know we saw the video. It looks great. I'm telling you, boy, is that really regulation stripe? I just need to know, is that the regulation perimeter? I don't know, but I do know that it looks good, but he's under no pressure. So for me, I'm gonna say false, because the moment the game begins and the moment he receives pressure, I don't think his jump shot is gonna fall. I don't think he's gonna shoot the ball. So
Okay.
false.
All right.
Okay, so here's my question: true or false?
Mm-hmm.
Bam Adebayo will be an MVP candidate for the 2022 season.
Oh, no, that's false. Absolutely false. Let me tell you who the candidates are going to be. LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, and Anthony Davis. All three on the same team. Bam Adebayo will not be in the discussion at all. Okay. Giannis will stay with the Milwaukee Bucks for the remainder of his career and win 5 more championships, tying Michael Jordan. True or false?
False. False. I believe he will stay with the Milwaukee Bucks until this current contract is up. By that time, the landscape of the league will change. Player movement will continue to happen. There will be other teams that will supersede what the Bucks did this season. It happens all the time. And then I don't believe that he will win 5 more championships. No, that's false. Okay. Here's one. Which team has the most pressure to make it to the playoffs this 2022 season? The Clippers or the Sixers?
Oh, the Philadelphia 76ers. Absolutely. First of all, the Clippers are not in the discussion because they will not have Kawhi Leonard for a good portion of the season or maybe the entire season. So they're done. They're out. The Philadelphia 76ers, because depending on what they do with Ben Simmons, and they just re-signed Joel Embiid, and you got Doc Rivers too. He has to go deep in the playoffs this season. So not only do they need to make the playoffs, but they need to go deep. So that is a true statement for the Philadelphia 76ers.
How deep do they need to go? Are we talking second round? Are we talking all the way to the Eastern Conference?
I'm talking about Eastern Conference semifinals with a game 7, with the chances of them making it to the Eastern Conference finals on the wire. I think there's a difference. If you get blown out in the semifinals, that's one thing. But if you make it to a game 7 and it comes down to the last 1 or 2 shots, that's another. So That's the pressure I think the Sixers are facing next season. You know, speaking of the Eastern Conference finals, true or false, Jimmy Butler will have his best year ever and the Miami Heat will make it to the Eastern Conference finals.
Good question. True or false? I'm going to go with true. True, because of the addition of Kyle Lowry.
Okay.
So it's not really Jimmy Butler alone. I do believe that what the Miami Heat's roster appears on paper today, I do believe that they can actually go deep into the playoffs. I do believe that Jimmy Butler will have the help that he needs and with one of his good buddies, Kyle Lowry. Yeah. So I would say that's true. Yeah, I can see that. So let's move to the Western Conference. True or false? Luka Doncic will lead the Dallas Mavericks to the Western Conference Finals this season.
Oh my goodness, that's a big time false. Their roster, I'm sorry, it is not Western Conference Finals worthy at this point of the of the offseason. They haven't done anything. So no, that's a big false for me. I know Jason Kidd cannot do miracles. So no, the Dallas Mavericks will not make it to the Western Conference Finals.
But they have Luka.
Yeah, they had Luka last year and the season before then as well. So no. They're not making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Wow. Okay.
True or false? LaMelo Ball is more electric than Ja Morant.
Oh. Okay. Wow. False.
Ooh.
False. Ja Morant, for me, is more electric because he has more substance in his game. I think all LaMelo Ball is, although LaMelo Ball is great at assists, and they both are like very springy and very vibrant on the court. I believe there's more skill level or a higher skill level with Ja Morant for me, which makes him more electric than I see in LaMelo Ball. I believe that LaMelo Ball came into the league with the hype that helped propel his electricity, if you will. It gave him the boost of a notoriety that he has with his brother already being in the league, with the whole hype. Ja Morant had to build that authentically. And for me, I appreciate that more intrigued by what Ja Morant has to offer. And I can see Ja Morant having a long career more so than the smoke and mirrors that LaMelo Ball brings.
Ooh, smoke and mirrors.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you think? What's your answer? Ja Morant or LaMelo Ball?
Oh, I think Ja Morant is way more electric. You know, like you said, he brings way more to the table. And they're both exciting to watch. And this is a tough one. It could go either way. And I would agree with you either way. But my personal opinion is Ja Morant. It's something about his hair flowing in the wind. Like, it's just something about his entire game. And he will dunk on you in a heartbeat.
I believe his swag. Something about his grit, I guess. I don't know. He just comes with something a little bit different than what LaMelo. Now, this is no disrespect to LaMelo at all. Please don't take it that way. I just think that when we're talking about electric, I'm going to have to add skill level to that. And keep in mind, Ja Morant has been in the league for about a year or two more than LaMelo Ball. So I'm not saying that LaMelo Ball can't acquire or achieve, whatever he's desiring to achieve. But just Ja Morant alone, I'm rooting for him and the Grizzlies just to go a little bit deeper. And I think that their ceiling is a lot higher. So yeah, Ja Morant for me too.
Yeah.
With the addition of the first round draft pick, the Detroit Pistons will make it to the 2022 playoffs. True or false?
That's a true statement.
Oh.
Even though the Detroit Pistons won less than 20 games last season, if I'm not mistaken, the addition of Kate Cunningham, that's going to put them in the play-in tournament to start.
Okay.
And then they're going to beat out whoever they need to in order to make it to the playoffs.
What?
Yeah, stand by for Detroit. I've already liked their core, but then you add Kate Cunningham. Oh, watch this. Here we go. True or false? Gregg Popovich will step down in the middle of the 2022 NBA season.
False.
Why?
False. Gregg Popovich is going to ride it all the way out. I don't think this would be the perfect time for him to step down. I mean, the team just won the Olympic gold. The USA team just won the Olympic gold. He has an opportunity to bring in and be a trailblazer for women in professional basketball coaching with Becky Hammond. I mean, he can and go sit in the office. I am not saying that, Popovich should just stop coaching, stop executing, whatever it's called. I think he should still be in the front office, president, whatever that other role he has. He can do all of that. But on that sideline, this is the time. I just don't see it happening. No, Popovich is going to ride it out.
Till when, though?
Until the Spurs say, I think until the Spurs give him an ultimatum. And he has to make a decision to either go out on top or be let go. And I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay. All right.
It's going to be up to the Spurs. I don't think if they leave it up to Popovich, he's going to remain.
Interesting. Okay.
Since Ben Simmons is the biggest topic that's been covered this offseason, True or false? Ben Simmons will make the All-Star team this upcoming season.
Oh man, why you gotta ask me that?
That's your boy.
I know. Oh my gosh. It's tough because it depends on his jump shot. The spotlight has been on his lack of jump shot, right? So if he debuts it during the first half of the season, my answer is true. He will make an all-star game. But if he doesn't and it's status quo and he goes on to continue doing what he does, which I don't see a problem with, I don't think people are going to vote him in.
Okay.
So then it's false.
All right. So that means that his defense will not be enough for him to make the All-Star team this season.
Nah, I think he's been gooping and people haven't really been paying attention. But now the spotlight's on him. So I think it's different.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Ben.
True or false? Dylan Brooks is a better defender than Jrue Holiday.
Oh! False. I'm going to go with false only because Jrue Holiday's defense, especially against Devin Booker, was superior. And I think that overall, based on the success of Jrue Holiday's defense in the Suns series against the Suns, makes him a more elite defender. Now, Dylan Brooks, though, what is missing from the Grizzlies franchise is more nationally televised games. Mm-hmm. So I think that if you don't have these other cable networks that you subscribe to, you will miss the execution of Dylan Brooks's defense, which is really good.
Yes.
Really good. But because Jrue Holiday's defense helped the Milwaukee Bucks win the NBA Finals, I'm going to have to go with Jrue Holiday because of that. However, Dylan Brooks is not too far behind. I like to watch. Yeah. Oh, my God.
He's right there.
The Grizzlies is all right with me. I like the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
They just need more. They need more airtime. Need more sports people to discuss them more. They just need more. And so I guess that's one of the detriments of being some type of small market, that you just don't get the notoriety that you need, that you should receive. And a lot of people miss out on it. So Grizzlies is all right with me.
Why do you think Rondo left anyway?
True or false? The Atlanta Hawks have enough weapons on their roster to run it back to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Who did the Atlanta Hawks add this offseason?
Did they need to add anybody?
Yeah. Because the Brooklyn Nets are waiting. Milwaukee is waiting for them. I would even venture to say the Philadelphia 76ers are waiting to get into the Eastern Conference Finals. So no. And the Atlanta Hawks did not add anyone. I think they solidified Nate McMillan. They re-signed John Collins, but they didn't add anything extra. So I'm going to say no, that's false. All right, true or false? James Harden is to the Brooklyn Nets what KD was to the Golden State Warriors.
Okay. False. False.
Okay.
False. I think that I read an article or I was listening to a podcast where the quote was James Harden says now that he's with the Brooklyn Nets, he doesn't have to shoot as much. He can be more of a facilitator. I would think that the primary superstar on the Brooklyn Nets is still KD. KD is KD wherever he is, right? James Harden, I don't believe, has made a name for himself with the Brooklyn Nets yet. Because, he didn't get a chance. He kind of came in mid-season, didn't get a chance and play as much. So we'll see what the up-and-coming season looks like. I still think that KD is KD and can't nobody be him. So it's just what it is. So I would say that is false. Yeah, that's false.
All right.
What do you think? What you say?
Well, I'm telling you, when James Harden went down, the series changed dramatically against the Milwaukee Bucks. Did it not? When he went out with that hamstring, the first time, game started slipping. Then he came back and got injured in that first game back, and then it was like a dark cloud over the Brooklyn Nets. So
is that because Kyrie was out as well?
Yeah, I think Kyrie got injured too. But I think of the big three, like I said before in past videos, I'm going to need KD and James Harden. I can do without Kyrie. I would love to have Kyrie, but if I had to pick two of the three, I'm picking KD and James Harden.
I'm with you on that one, 100%. 100%. Yes. However, when KD was with the Golden State Warriors, Klay was healthy. Yeah. At the time they had their reign, right? Steph Curry was pretty healthy. So they went through the postseason pretty healthy in a sense, right? And I'm using that loosely in the postseason because I don't know who's really 100% healthy at that time. Right. But no career-ending injuries. But I just think that we haven't seen truly what the Brooklyn Nets as a big three collectively, consistently is able to produce. And so I still have a reservation about what that looks like. Individually, they are amazing. The three, amazing. Collectively, let's see. Hopefully this season we'll be able to produce that for us. And then we'll have a lot more concrete because at the end of the day, it's still KD. But he can't do it by himself, clearly. So,
right.
Yeah. True or false? The Los Angeles Lakers will win the Western Conference Finals in 2022.
That is a true statement. They have to. You know what? They have to. By any means necessary, whether there's injuries, whether load management, they absolutely have to. You're saying make it to the Western Conference Finals? Or win? Okay, so they're going to the NBA Finals.
Yes.
Yeah, they're going to the NBA Finals, whether we like it or not. I think they're going because they have to. LeBron can't afford another. No, he has to make it to the NBA Finals. If he doesn't, with all that superstar talent, as seasoned as they are on the roster, this is going to be a dent in his legacy.
I have to agree with you. He does not want to end his career. Now, I don't know how long his career will continue to last, but he doesn't want to start the end of his career with these busts. He don't want to do that. No, he doesn't want to do that. You want to be able to go out on top. And if they by the thread of the basketball make it to the finals, and if they happen to win, he just may want to consider saying, you know what, is it time for me to retire? Should I really, do a Jared Dudley and be an assistant coach? I mean, he just may want to consider it, right?
Yeah.
But if they don't, I can tell you what the Lakers can't afford to do is to get blown out in rounds 1 and 2 of the postseason. Or better yet, not even make it. They can't afford to do that.
They're gonna make it, but the West is stacked.
Yes.
And I'm just thinking now. Y'all know I'm a Laker fan this season because of Russ was on the team.
Did you say this season?
This season
because of Russ. Got it.
Yeah, all because of Russ. But I don't want to hear anything about injuries or load management. When they assembled this team, they knew everybody was 32, 33, 36. I don't want to hear it. I need everybody. Hey, there's no excuses this season. None. I don't want to hear it.
Not only that, these individuals have had injuries in the past.
Yes.
So, yeah. And another thing I don't want to hear, I know what I do want to hear is at the moment somebody load manage, y'all better talk about it. It better be something. It better be the biggest discussion going. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
But they won't.
They're going to find some way to get around it, right?
Mm-hmm. They're going to say, it's expected because these guys are 35, 36, have a lot of mileage on their legs.
Doesn't matter. The moment you step on the court, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't care. If we can accept from the 21-year-olds, we need to accept it from the 32-year-olds. They need to play. Yeah.
I'm with you on that. Since we're talking about the Lakers.
Oh, Lord.
With a healthy Kawhi Leonard, the Clippers can beat the Lakers in a 7-game series.
True.
True or false?
True. Yes. I support the Clippers. So, yes. With a healthy Kawhi, let me just say this. A healthy Kawhi, a Paul George who's aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. And yeah, those two, I believe it can happen. Mm-hmm. And then you have Reggie Jackson coming in the clutch. And then you put Batum, wherever you need him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if Ibaka comes back healthy, yeah.
I don't think Ibaka is going to make an impact.
No.
No.
Him or Zubac, I mean. Okay, but yeah, with Kawhi Leonard, I believe it would be a great 7-game series, and I can see the Clippers coming out of it.
All right, last one.
Okay.
The Cleveland Cavaliers, the Houston Rockets, and the Indiana Pacers should just sit out next season.
False.
Oh, why?
False on the Indiana Pacers.
Okay.
But true on Cleveland Cavaliers. And I'm sorry, Silas, but the Houston Rockets.
But they have Jalen Green now. Rookie phenom. Nice. Iced out grill.
Mm-hmm. They also
flashy.
and they also have Daniel Tice. I mean, and they got John Wall. I mean, you know what though? Actually, why don't the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Houston Rockets just sign up to be a G League team affiliate? I know they have one, but this is the second one, right? For this upcoming season. Just do that.
Oh, now that's just mean.
I want them to still play and get paid. I mean, come on. If you're talking about sitting them out, they just should sit out. No, they shouldn't sit out. Yeah. But the Indiana Pacers, no, I want to see what a full season looks like with Karis LeVert, with Malcolm Brogdon and Domantas Sabonis. I want to see what all of that looks like. No, I want to see the Pacers. Yes, they can most definitely do it again. Okay, at least try to make it to the play-in tournament, at least.
And then Rick Carlisle's back, so maybe he can inject some life into them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that disastrous season. Oh, Bjorken, huh? That was
it was.
Sorry, Pacers, but y'all got a new season, so let's see what you bring.
All right, okay. All right, you guys, so we're going to wrap up this lightning round of our true false questions. Make sure you drop down in the comments and let us know if you agree with some of these or not, and we will see you guys on the next one. But until then,
peace.
Peace, y'all.